right here. I'll find it. I'll watch it later.
We gotta stand up. Test, test, test. We should be good. Let me just check the live. 1 second. Each put some batteries in. Okay. Check, check. All right, we're good. All right, Most High in Christ, Shalom. How about Shemel Shabakatah? To all the brothers, how Shemal about Shemel Shada, all the sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out of West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. No, that's that one. You can turn the first one down. Yeah, that one should be the right one.
Testing.
Is it on? Okay.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on.
Test it.
There you go. Salaki about that. They used to put us to the side for now. All right. It's the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out here in Durham, North Carolina. This is the Sabbath service. Priest and Officer 500 Dabawan holding it down. My brother Officer 50 Yanazar. We're going to get right into it. You understand? And get right into the Sabbath service. All right. So Yanazar, if you could, up Shah, the horn. Most High in Christ. And with that, Imadium, which means to stand. Wapan Yakwadum, which means rise and face the east. We're going to start out with the Lord's Prayer. We're going to start out in the Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakka, Tawa'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Haya, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawum, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawathnya now, Wala Tabia Ayanawa, Banasaya 1, a ball, Hawashaya now, Rai, Masalakia, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwith, Waha'ala, Warathaparith, Iwalumium, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. The prayer for the power, the Hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Hawashah, Babakashah, the Thunder Nawa, Hakak, La Para'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Matazarium, Hakak, La Hakwiyum, Hamathium, Hakak, Our Kawath. Hatama'Allah, Lagarashun, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Dawada Amun. In the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. The prayer for the breast, the prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Mayaka Allah.
Why Mayaka Allah.
Why Alahayim.
Why Alahayim.
Matazabaya.
Matazabaya.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapium.
Alawapium.
Ha Saranyum.
Ha Saranyum.
Ha Quatazayunyum.
Ha Quatazayunyum.
Ha Kayoyoyum.
Ha Koyoyoyum.
Why Ha Aquathium.
Why Aquathium.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Hawashai.
Ba'ashem Hawashai.
Dwada Amun.
Dwada Amun. In the English, bless you Yahweh.
Bless you Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahana. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. The prayer, the 121st Psalm in the Hebrew. Aisha'ah. Ayunya. Al-Haharium. Mahayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'aim. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayim. Wa'aratazah. Al-Yathun. Lamawat. Regolka. Al-Yanawum. Shemarka. Hanala'ah. Yanawum. Wala'ah. Yayashun. Shawamar. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shemarka. Yahweh. Tazolka. Al-Yad. Yamyaka. Yawamum. Hashamash. La'ah. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makal-Rai. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'atka. Wabawa'atka. Mayatha. Wa'id Iwalam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills. From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my
My
help?
help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot.
He will not suffer thy foot
to be moved.
He
that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Yasha'Allah. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade. Upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee. From all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forward. And even forevermore.
The 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Fakarash. Wa Al-Fashakwat. Al-Kayahana. Awabiaka. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Imaka. Ya Irayamwa. Sawada. Wayatha. Ya Itazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakakidum. Magoya. Laba. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Barayath. Yakarathwa. Aholia. Adawum. Wa Yashamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wa Hagarium. Gabal. Wa Imawan. Wa Imalak. Palashath. I'm Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zerawai. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Aishalaham. Kamadian. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabian. Banakol. Kayashwan. Nashamadwa. Ba'ayanda Ara. Hayawa. Daman. La'adama. Shayatamwa. Nada. Yamawa. Ka'irab. Wakazaba. Wakazabak. Wakatazol, Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa,
Kal Nasai Kamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Naya Rasha,
Naya Rasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath,
Na'awath,
Na'awath, Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatumwa,
Shayatumwa,
Kagogala,
Kagogala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Raraka,
Lapanya Rawaka,
Kaash,
Kaash,
Fabia Ira, Ya Ira,
Tala Ira Yaira,
Wakalaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayam,
Khan,
Khan,
Taradatma,
Doradatma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa Wapafka,
Wabasa Wapathka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyahum,
Panyahum,
Kuala
Kuala One,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Aija'aid,
Ayaid,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayada'aiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya Atha,
Kaya Atha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Alyawan,
Ayawan,
Alkal Arataza.
Al-Kaharatazah. In English, keep not thou silence.
Keep not thou silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy
And
peace.
be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies,
make a tumult.
And they that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
Against thy
And
people.
consulted against
Thy hidden ones.
They have said, Come, and let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being a nation. That the name of Israel. May be no more in remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance.
But they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. Gabal. And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur. Also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles. Like Oreb. Like Zaeb.
And like Zaeb.
Yea. All their princes. As Zabah. And as Almunah. Who said, Let us take to ourselves. The houses of Yahweh. In possession. O my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth a wood. And as the flame. Set the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth.
Sir?
So we're going to pick it up where we left off last week. We're in the book of Numbers, chapter 11. Okay, we're going to pick it up. We ended last week at Numbers chapter 11 and verse 3. Today we're going to pick it up at Numbers 11 and 4. All right, so the brother's going to start at Numbers chapter 11 verse 4 in the Hebrew and then translate it into the English. So whenever you're ready, out.
Shalom. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 4 in the Hebrew. Waha asapasap ashore bakwarabawa hafa awawa the awa wayashabawa or Shabwa, Waya Bakawa, Gum, Banya Yasha'ala Waya Amarwa Maya Ya'akala Nawa Alkala Nawa Bashar. Verse 5. Zak Karanawa Ath Hadaga Ashar Na'akol Bamatarazium Salakia Bamatazarium Hanum Ath Hakwash Sha'ayim Wa'ath Abatathium. Yeah, verse 4 of third line, last word. Abatathium. Verse 5, Salakia. Verse 5, third line, last word. Abatathium. Oh, okay. I see that wrong. Habatakium. Wa'ath. Hafatazayar. Katazar. Yeah. Katazayar. Katazayar. Kan out one kan. Wa'ath. Habatazolium. Wa'ath. Hashawumium. The last word. Hashawumium. Hashawumium. The other one. Verse 6. Wa'aitha. Napashnawa. Yabasha. Ayun. Kal. Balathia. Al. Hamun. Ayanaya Nawa. Ayanaya Nawa. Verse 7. Wahamun. Kazarai. Gad. Hawa'ah. Wa'ayanawa. Ka'ayan. Habadalak. Verse 8. Watawa. Ha'aim. Walakwatwa. Watakanawa. Barakium. Awa. Dakawa. Bamadaka. Wabash. Shalawa. Bapara war. Wa'aishawa. Athawa. Igawath. Haya. Ta'aimawa. Kata'aim. Lashad. Hashamun. And verse 9. Waba Radath. Hatol. Al. Hamakana. Layala. Yarad. Hamun. Aliyawa. Is 10 the last one? We started at 4. 10 should be the last one. Most High in Christ. Dwada. Verse 10. Wayeshemai Masha Ath Ha'im Baka Lama Shapath Kathia Wa Lama Shapak Kathia Wa. Yeah. Second line, second word. Lama Shapak Kathia Wa. Sha Pakathiawa. Khan one Khan. Ayash. Lapathak. Aholwa. Wayakar. Ap or Apa. Yahweh. Ma'ad. Waba Ayanawa. Masha Rai. The book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 4 in the English. And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a-lusting. And the children of Israel also wept again and said, who shall give us flesh to eat? Verse 5. We remember the flesh which we did eat in Egypt freely, the cucumbers and the melons and the leeks and the onions and the garlic. Numbers 11. But now our soul is dried away. There is nothing at all besides this manner before our eyes. I already know what's about to happen. Verse 7. And the manna was a coriander seed, and the color thereof as the color of bdellium. Verse 8. And the people went about and gathered it round and ground it in mills, or beat it in a mortar and baked it in pans and made cakes of it. And the taste of it was the taste of fresh oil. And when the dew fell upon the camp, Salakia, verse 9, and when the dew fell upon the camp in the night, the manna fell upon it. Then Moses heard the people weep throughout their families, every man in the door of his tent. And the anger of the Lord was kindled greatly. Moses also was displeased. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 11 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Masha al Yahweh Lama Hara'aith La'ai Badaka Walama La'a Matazathia Kun Ba'ayanayaka Lashawum Ath Masha Kal Ha'im Hazah Aliyah. Verse 12. Ha'anakaya Harayathia Ath Kal Ha'im Hazah Aim Anakaya Yala Dathia La Yala Dathia Hawa. Verse 12. Second line, last word. Yala Dathia Wa.
Second line, last word.
Yes. Khan.
Yala.
Dathia Hawa.
Oh yeah, you probably right. Y'all Yahweh.
Well, Yalla Dathia Hawa Kaya Fa Amor Aliyawa Sha Ahawa Bakaya Kwa Kaka or Kwakak Kwaka Ba Kaya Kwaka Ka Ashar Yashaya Ha'aman Ath Hayanak or Hayanakwa Al Ha'adama Ashar Nashaba'aith La'abathiawa. Verse 13. Ma'ayan Laya Bashar Lathafath or Lathath Lakal Ha'aim Hazah Kaya Yabakawa Aliyah La Amar Fana La Nawa Bashar Wana Akola or Kala Wana Akala Salakia. Verse 14. La'a our call Anakaya Labadia Lasha'ath Ath Kal Ha'aim Hazah Kaya Kabad. Verse 15. Wa'am Kaka Ath Aisha Laya Haragnawa Na'a Harag Am Mataza'athia Kan Ba'ayanawa Ba'ayanayaka 15 first word third line Ba'ayanayaka okay by Ayanyaka Ba'ayanyaka oh the Ayan right okay Kanaran Kan well oh Ara'a Bara'ithia. Verse 16. Wayamar Yahweh al-Mashah Asapa Laya Shaba'ayam Ayash Mazakwanya Yasha'ala Ashar Yada'aith Kaya Hum Zakwanya Ha'am Washatariawa Wala Kwakath Athum Al Ahol Mawa'id Wahathia Tazabawa Shum Imaka. Verse 17, this will be the last one. Kana. Waya Radathia Wada Barathia Imaka Shum Wa Itazolathia Wa Atazalathia Mun Ha Rawath Ashar Eliaka Washamathia Eliahum Wana Sha'awa Athaka. This is 17. I'm reading the last word Athaka in the third line. Athaka. Athaka Bamasha'ah Ha'aim Wala'ah, Thasha'ah, Atha, Labadika. There we go. The book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 11, in the English. And Moses said unto the Lord, wherefore hast thou afflicted thy servant? And wherefore have I not found favor in thy sight, that thou layest the burden of all this people upon me? Verse 12, have I conceived all this people? Have I begotten them, that thou shouldest say unto me, carry them in thy bosom as a nursing father beareth a suckling child? Unto the land which thou swearest unto their fathers? Verse 13, whence should I have flesh to give unto all this people? For they weep unto me, saying, give us flesh, that we may eat. Verse 14, I am not able to bear all this people alone, because it is too heavy for me. Verse 15, and if thou deal thus with me, kill me, I pray thee, out of hand, if I have found favor in thy sight, and let me not see my wretchedness. Verse. What's happening right here? Oh, okay. The people are, if I may,
Please.
The people, they tired of eating the manna from heaven. They want some what they consider fleshy food, the food that they were eating before, as they describe the cucumbers, the lentils, and the garlic and the onions and all that good stuff, which was good food, but they were tired of eating the manna. So they crying to Moses, and now Moses is like, yo, Most High, this is too much for me. You know, I can't deal with all of this. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's basically telling them.
Why was they tired of that manna?
Slakia?
Why are they tired of the manna?
Because it's Israel. They ain't gonna complain about something.
Come, but why this manna? Like, what was wrong with it?
It was like tasteless, man.
That it tastes like shit. That's the answer to the goddamn problem. It didn't taste good at all.
It tastes like oil.
It said it tastes like fresh oil.
Yeah.
Like, I remember one time when I was a kid, before we was living in I can't be Heights. Anyways, and I had poured a glass of water earlier in the day, and I had put it in the fridge or something like that. And me being an idiot kid, and you know how you got different, you know, you have like similar cups. I think I have like 10 of the same cup.
Yeah.
I see the same cup that my water was in, but this one is on the stove. And I was like 5. I went and said, "Oh, let me go take a sip of my." Took a sip. I was like, "What?" It was a cup full of oil. I remember the taste of that oil to right now. You know what I'm saying? 25 years later, I remember the damn taste of that oil. Now imagine if you have to eat something that tastes like oil every minute of every day. Like there's nothing else. Nothing. Just oil and water.
You know, that's Most High in Christ. Because prior to this, I didn't really have sympathy for them. Because I didn't really know what manna tastes like. I thought it was like some kind of cereal or something. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't delicious. Yeah. It's definitely understandable why they were like, yo, please. Like, can we eat something of substance? Tired of eating this oil manna, right? And so like you said, Moses is like, Lord, I can't deal with this. They in the day crying, they weeping because it's like they can't take it no more. Read on.
Verse 16. And the Lord said unto Moses, gather unto me 70 men of the elders of Israel, whom thou knowest to be the elders of the people, and officers over them, and bring them unto the tabernacle of the congregation, that they may stand with thee, there with thee. Verse 17. And I will come down and talk with thee there, and I will take of the spirit which is upon thee, and will put it upon them, and they shall bear the burden of the people with thee, that thou shalt bear it not thyself alone.
Right. He's going to put the spirit of Moses on them. Now, again, some spooky Christian will say that the Lord is going to touch Moses, and Moses is going to start shaking, and then something is going to fly into other people, and then they're going to have the same powers as Moses. No, it's more like Commanding General Yohana in front of you, teaching, and all of a sudden now what? Now you got the spirit. Now you want to go out and save blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to go to camp. Now you want to rock some fringes and a headband and some boots and some braids. You know what I mean? When these priests and prophets come in front of you. So the Lord is saying, yeah, gather them up. I'm gonna get y'all all together and I'm gonna put your spirit on them. I'm gonna talk to them. You're gonna talk to them, and they're gonna want to do what you do. They're gonna carry some of the burden for you. Read on. I think now we're going to the Hebrew, right?
Right. Verse 18.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read verse 18. 18 through 24 in the Hebrew. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11, and verse 18. Wa all ha'aim ta'amar hathakwadashwa lamakar wa akalthum bashar kaya bakyathum ba'azanya Yahweh la'amar maya ya'akal nawa bashar kaya tawab lanawa bamatazarium lanathun Yahweh lakam bashar wa akalthum. Verse 19. La'a yawam akad the akal sakya the akalawan wala'a yawamyum wala'a kamasha yamayum wala'a aishara yamayum wala'a aisharyum yawam. Verse 20. Aid kadash yamayum aid ashar yataza'a ma'apak sakya ma'apakam wahaya lakam lazara'a wa'ain kaya ma'asathum ath Yahweh ashar bakwarbakam wathabakwa lapunywa la'amar lama za yatazanawa mamatazarium. Verse 21. Waya amar masha shasha ma'awath alap regalia ha'aim ashar anakya bakwarabwa wa'atha amarath bashar athun lahum wa'akalwa kadash yamayum. Verse 22. Hataza'an wabakwar yashakat lahum wamataza'a lahum ath kal dagaya hayum ya'asap lahum wamataza'a lahum. Verse 23. Waya amar Yahweh al-Mashah hayad Yahweh takwatazar aitha thara'a hayakwarka debaria la'a. Verse 24. Waya taza'a masha waya debar al ha'aim af debaria Yahweh waya asap shabayum ayash mazakonya ha'aim waya imad athum sabayabath ha'ahol. That's the end of verse 24 in the Hebrew.
Okay, 18, right? This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 18 in English. And say thou unto the people, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, and ye shall eat flesh, for ye have wept in the ears of the Lord, saying, who shall give us flesh to eat? For it was well with us in Egypt. Therefore the Lord will give you flesh, and ye shall eat. Verse 19. Ye shall not eat 1 day, nor 2 days, nor 5 days, neither 10 days, nor 20. But, for Salakia, verse 20, but even a whole month, until it come out at your nostrils, and it be lonesome unto you, because that ye have despised the Lord which is among you, and have wept before him, saying, why came we forth out of Egypt? So what's going on here is that now he gonna I don't understand. Like first he says for them to eat, and now it's like they're not gonna eat for like a month. So
Keep reading.
Okay. Verse 20, but even a whole month until it come out of your nostrils, and it be loathsome unto you, because that ye have despised the Lord, which is among you, and have wept before him, saying, why we came forth out of Egypt. Verse 21, and Moses said, the people among whom I am are 600,000 footmen, and thou hast said, I will give them flesh, that they may eat a whole month. Okay, that clears it up.
Okay, so yeah, so it's not. So okay, so when it says, I believe when it says, you shall not eat one day, it's not saying you're not gonna eat. It's almost like me saying, man, I'm gonna make you some money. I ain't gonna make you $1, $2, $3. I'm gonna make you $100. Remember what LeBron said? Yeah. LeBron said, not one, not two, not three, not four. Like, it's saying it like that. It's not saying you don't do it. It's saying you're gonna get it for a while. Go ahead.
Out of one. Verse 22. Shall the flock and the herds be slain for them to suffice them? Or shall all the fish of the sea be gathered together for them to suffice them? Verse 23, and the Lord said unto Moses, is the Lord's hand waxed short? That's a cut.
Right. That's a cut right there. You know what they say? Your arm's too short to
box with God. Well,
you know what I mean? That's from the Bible. The Lord is saying, you think I got short arms now?
I can't do this.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt see now whether my word shall come to pass unto thee or not. Verse 24. And Moses went out and told the people the words of the Lord, and gathered the 70 men of the elders of the people, and set them round about the tabernacle.
Now, go to verse 25 in the Hebrew, if you could, Baba Kashar.
Khan. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 25 in the Hebrew. Wayarad Yahweh ba'ain Wayadabar Aliyawa Waya Atazol Man Harawath Ashar Aliyawa Wayathan Al Shabayim Ayash Hazaquanium Wayahaya Kanawath Aliyahum Harawath Salakia Waya Thun Ba'awa Waya Thun Ba'awa Waya Thun Ba'awa. Let me get that word out of one if you could. This is verse 25, the last long line, this next to the last word. Waya Thun Ba'awa. Waya Thanaba'awa.
So it's Waya Thanaba'awa.
Thanaba'awa. Waya Thanaba'awa. Waya Thanaba'awa. Khan. Thwad out of one. Wala Yasapawa. Yasapwa. Okay. Yasapwa. Khan. Verse 26. Waya Arawa. Shanya Anashiam. Bamakana Shum Ha'akad. One. Aladad. Washum. Hashanya. Mayadad. Wathanak. Aliyahum. Harawak. Wahama. Bakathiakum. Wala'ah. Yataza'awa. Salakia. I just lost it. That was 26, right? Okay. Shematham Alihum Harawak Wahama Bakathia. Say again. Harakah. Harakah spirit. Okay. Wahama Bakathia Bayum Bakathabium. Oh, I like that word. Bakathabium. Wala Yataza Awa Ahola Waya Hanabaawa. Baawa, right? Okay. Okay. Haya Thanabawa. Bamak now Bamakana. Okay. Verse 27. Wayarataza. Hana Ira or R. Waya God. Okay. Hana Ira. Waya God. Lamasha. Waya Amor. Aladad. Wamayadad. Matha Nabaawi. Matha Nabayum. Bamathana. Oh my goodness. Bamakana. Okay, I don't remember that one. Okay. Verse 28. Waya Ain Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai. You don't know that one. Yahweh Shai, which proves right there that Joshua is the same name in the transliteration. Okay, Most High in Christ. Yahweh Shai. Bon Nawun. Masharath. Masha. Mabakariawa. Wayamor. Adanya. Masha. Kalaum. Verse 29. Wayamar Lawa Masha Hama Quana'a Atha Laya Wamaya Yathun Kal Aim Yahweh Nabaya Ayum Kaya Yathun Yahweh Ath Ra Wakawa. Wow. Verse 29, third line, last word. Rawa Kawa. Rawakawa.
Yeah, that's it.
Rawakawa?
One says it's off in the word.
No, it's yeah. Ath.
Rakawa.
Rakawa. What about the wa?
It's like connected to the rock.
Oh, it's like in Rauben, like that, something like that. Okay.
Similar to that, it's Raka. Right. It's not Rawak.
Okay, so in the ancient it would be a connector there.
Right, Raka.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Rakawa.
Rakawa. Rakawa. Aliyahum. Verse 30. Wayama Masha al.
That's why you're
Oh, slug, yeah. Waya Sap Masha Al Hamakana Awa Hawa'a Waza Kwanya Yasha'ala. Verse 31. Wawaraka Nasai Ma'ath Yahweh Wayagaz Shalawayim Mun Shaloyim. Yeah. Shaloyim. Shaloyim Mun Hayam Wayataz Tash Salakia Wayatash Al Hamakana Kararaka Yawum Ka Wakadaraka Yawum Ka Sabia Bawath. Could you say that for me, Adawan? This is 31, the fourth line, first word. Sabia Bawath. Sabia Wath. Sabia Bawath. Sabiyabwath. Sabiyabwath. Hamakana. Waka Amathium. Al Panya. Ha'aratazar. Okay. We started 26. 25. Excuse me? Yeah, I got the steak, egg, and cheese biscuit. Yeah, because I can't eat them. you know. I bought them for y'all, but y'all said y'all had something to eat. I could eat just one, brother. So, most are in Christ. Okay, where was I? It's verse 25. The book of Numbers 11 and 25. And the Lord came down in a cloud and spake unto him and took of the spirit that was upon him and gave it unto the 70 elders. And it came to pass that when the spirit rested upon them, they prophesied and did not cease. If you could, Adawan, could you give me a breakdown of what he means by prophesize in this particular 5? In this, what does he mean by prophesize in this, instant? And when it came to pass that when the spirit rested upon them, they prophesied.
I think in this sense, read the next verse.
Verse 26. But there remained 2 of the men in the camp. The name of one was Eldad, and the name of the other Medad, and the spirit rested upon them, and they were of them that were written, but went not out unto the tabernacle, and they prophesied in the camp. And so I guess it just means that they
I don't think it means
anything particular.
It's
different.
Too, but it's not like they're not telling the future per se here. You know what I'm saying? I think it just means he put the spirit. So and the same thing he told Moses.
That's what
they're going out and telling the people.
Con out of one con. Mm-hmm. Okay. Thwart out of one. Verse 27. And there ran a young man and told Moses and said, Eldad and Medad do prophesy in the camp. Verse 28. And Yahushua and Joshua the son of Nun, the servant of Moses, one of his young men, answered and said, my Lord Moses, forbid them. Verse 29. And Moses said unto him, enviest thou for my sake? Would God that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord would put his spirits upon them? Verse 30. And Moses gat him into the camp, and he and the elders of Israel. Verse 31. And there went forth a wind from the Lord, and brought quails from the sea, and let them fall by the camp, as it were a day's journey on this side, and as it were a day's journey on the other side, round about the camp. And it were 2 cubits high.
As it were.
Salaki. And as it were 2 cubits high upon the face of the earth. So that means that the birds were stacked up. That's like almost 6 feet. No. 18 and 18 is 36. That's like 3.5 feet.
It was like a wall of quail.
Yeah. Gone, I don't want gone.
You know what I'm saying? So so they were just going and telling the people. They were just going to tell them what Moses had told them. The Moses spoke to him, then he told the people, he told the elders, and then the elders went out and told the people.
Okay, so I just want to understand with the other 2 brothers, you know, was there something wrong with what they were doing? Like, you know.
I'm not too sure. I don't believe so, but I got to get clarification from Cap on that one. On basically what you're asking, I think, is why did Joshua think, or why did they think something was wrong with it?
Yeah, because it seemed like Moses said, like, yo, don't worry about they doing this. It's all in the same spirit, like.
Right. Right. No, it wouldn't be like that, because these men were, I know what you're talking about, but it wouldn't be the same as that, because these men were, you know what I'm saying, told by Moses what to do. You know what I'm saying? They were given the prophecy, the ability to prophesy from Moses. So it's not like them dudes you talking about don't even know Christ. They're lying and saying, oh, well, we speak for Christ, so we, you know, prophesy in the name of Christ, but they don't follow Christ at all. You know what I'm saying? The reason it says the Lord told them to prophesy is set them around about the tabernacle. But these 2 brothers were prophesying within the camp. Exactly. Which was not what they were told to do per se. They ended up going inside the camp. So these 2 other brothers were like, whoa, are they supposed to be doing that? Like, they're not supposed to be doing that. You should forbid them. And Moses was like, what, you gonna tell me to do my job? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry about them. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. Then you back to the Hebrew now.
Okay. So we're at
verse 32.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 32 in the Hebrew. Wayakum, ha'aim, cow, hayawum, hahawa'ah, wakal, haliyallah, wakal, yawum, hamakarath, waya asapwa, ath, hasholwa, hama, ayat. The water, brother. I need that. Hey. Yeah, man. I'm good. The water, brother. Verse 32. Wayakum ha'aim kal hayawum hahawa'ah wakol halaya la wakol yawum hamakarath waya asapwa ath hasholwa hamama ayat asap aishara hamarium waya shakathwa, waya shakathwa, lahum, shatawak. I said it before. Sabayabwath, Sabayawath. Sabayabawath. Hamanakah. Hamakana. Yeah, I just finished 32. That was the last word. Hamakana is the last word in 32. 33. Habashar. Iwadunya. No, Iwadunwa. Iwadnawa? Iwadnawa.
It might be, you might be right. It might be
Iwadunwa.
Yeah, it's the root word is Iwad.
So it's Iwadnawa. Iwadnawa. What's the word Iwad mean? So this is our.
It's an adverb.
Oh.
It means like continually.
Okay. Bayan. Shanyahum. Taram. Yakarath. Wa'ap. Yahweh. Kara. Ba'aim. Wayaka. Yahweh. Ba'aim. Makah. Rabbah. Ma'ad. 30, verse 34. Wayakra'ah. Ath. Sham. Hakwa. Hama. Wawum. Hawa. Haha. Wa'ah. Kwabar. Rawath. Hafa. Awa. Hafa. Awa. Kaya. Sham. Kabarwa. Ath. Ha'aim. Hama. Awayam. Hamak. Ayawum. Hamak. Ayawum. Is that correct? I'm sorry.
No, you're good, brother.
The last word in 34. Wamak. Awayam. Hamak.
So it's
Hamak.
it's what the root word is.
Oh, that's a tha. I'm looking. I'm a tha awayam. Hamak. Tha awayam. Ver- 35, verse 35. Makwabar Mabarawath, Hafa Awa, Nasa Iwa, Ha'aim, Kataza Rawath, Waya Hayawa, Bakatazar Rawath, Bakatazar Wath, Bakatazar Wath, Bakatazar Wath, that's it. Okay. Next chapter. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 1 in the Hebrew. Watha Debar, Mariam, Aron, Bamasha, Al Adawath, Ha'asha, Hakashayath, Ashar, Laquak, Kaya Ashar, Kashayath, Laquak, Kashayath. I don't know. Kashayath. 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 Is that a woman?
It's talking about a woman, but it's a word related to the woman.
Married?
No. But you're close to it. What kind of woman did Moses marry?
He married an Ethiopian, right?
Also known as what?
A Canaanite.
Ethiopia is the land of what?
Cush.
Cush.
Kush.
Kush. Kashayath means a Cushite.
Oh, God.
Right? So Moses married a damn African. You understand?
But that must have been his second wife, because the first wife he married was a Midianite.
Mm-hmm.
So this is his second wife.
I believe. I'm not exactly sure if it's his second wife or if it's just because she was a Midianite, but she's still African. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Where's Midian?
Midian is one of the sons of Abraham.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see what you're saying, Khan. So she's just not an Israelite. The Midianite woman is not an Israelite.
Right, she's not an Israelite.
I got what you're saying, Khan.
No,
you're right. Yeah, Midianite would be one of the sons of Abraham. So she's not an African, but this must be second wife because she's again an Ethiopian, a Cushite. All right, the water for that. But go ahead.
Right. Kashayath Laquak. Okay. Verse 2. Waya Amarwa Harak or Harakwa Aka or Aka Vamasha Debar Yahweh Hala'ah Gum Banya Debar Waya Shammai Yahweh. Is that the last one?
Chapter 3.
Okay, Khan at one Khan. Verse 3. Wah Ayash Masha Ainwa Ma'ad Makal Ha'adam Bashar al Panya Ha'adama. Now we're going to go back to the previous chapter and go to verse 32, right? Khan. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 32 in English. And the people stood up all that day and all that night and all the next day, and they gathered the quails. Okay, so it took them a day and a half to gather them up. And he that gathered least gathered 10 homers. And they spread them out all abroad for themselves round about the camp. Verse 33. And while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. I knew it was coming somewhere. And verse 33, and while the flesh was yet between their teeth, ere it was chewed, the wrath of the Lord was kindled against the people, and the Lord smote the people with a very great plague. So that means like while they were eating, he vexed them. You know,
he killed him.
Yeah, you think he killed him?
We don't.
Goodness gracious! Because I knew it was coming because they were showing ingratitude. I knew it was coming somewhere.
The Lord was just going to let you complain and you eating the oily manna.
You know, because they should just remember he burnt them other people up for complaining.
Right.
Oh, man. Okay. Verse 34. And he called the name of that place Kibroth Ta'ava, because there they buried the people that lusted. There was a lot of them. That'll give you
so that word translates as graves of lust. You know what I'm saying? So lust, which is a good, this is a good way to look at lust, right? What is lust? You know what I'm saying? People often don't know what lust is. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
You're trying to
talking to Mike?
Lust is a desire. You know, a sensual desire.
No, it's not. Were they sensually lusting after quail?
La.
No, they didn't want to have sex with the quail. Lust is not necessarily sexual. It can be, right? And lust is not. Is it wrong for them to have wanted to eat meat? Flesh?
La.
It's not. Is it wrong for you to see that sister in the mini skirt or in the, you know what I'm saying, she wears some kind of clothes that probably is inappropriate, and you look at her and say, damn, I would love, you know what I'm saying, she's bad. Is it wrong to do that? Is that lust?
Yeah.
You sure?
I would think so.
So how then can a man ever be attracted to a woman ever in life? I assume we're all men, right? Before you decide you look at her and be like, I like that, right? Did you just lust? How did you get in your mind to the point where you liked it? You seen it.
And you liked it.
Exactly. So how could that be lust?
Okay.
You see where I'm going with this?
Con.
Right. It's not you seeing the woman saying she's bad is not what lust is. This is lust. You see the woman, she's bad. Now here comes her boyfriend. And you say, go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
Can we give him the mic?
You can come get the other mic. Yeah. Is there batteries in that one too? Yeah, there's batteries in that one too. Yeah.
This is the Google definition for lust.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong sexual desire.
Mm-hmm. That's what the world says lust is, right? That's what America says lust is. Now that can be lust, but the word lust itself does not have to be sexual, as in right here. That's why this is. Is there a second one?
A very strong sexual desire for someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever dictionary is associating it with just sex. Yeah. But the problem with that is that the lust of your heart in the Bible. So here's the word lust, right? This is the word lust. This is the etymology of the word. If you go to that website I told y'all about, ETYM online, etymonline.com. This is the etymology of the word lust. It says noun from Old English lust, meaning desire, appetite, inclination, pleasure. Okay? To be eager, wanton, or unruly. That's lust. Lust is not him, she bad. That's not lust. Lust is she bad. Here come her boyfriend. Man, I'm still going. I'm gonna get with her. I'm gonna get with her. He a lame, bro. Like she need to be with me anyway. That's lust. Lust is the desire that's so strong you'll do the wrong thing to get it. It wasn't wrong for them to say, damn, I would like to eat some fish or to have some chicken. That's not wrong. But it is wrong for you to complain to the Most High when you're eating, when you could still be a goddamn slave. And you sitting up here whining and begging for meat and saying, I want to go back to Egypt. And then when the birds come, you're like, yeah, that's what I thought, Most High. You got to look at it like that. It's not just wanting it. It's like, hey, yeah, this is what we need. Now I'm happy. Now I'll do whatever you want me to do, Lord. Give me some of that quail right there. Now, while it's in your teeth, you end up dying, choking to death. And you getting buried. Why? Because you had lust. You understand? Your desire was so strong that you would curse your maker. You would curse the Most High and say, what the hell is this? Get up.
So they didn't respect the blessing.
Right. They didn't respect it.
They were disrespectful.
They were disrespecting the Most High by talking the way they were talking. So the Most High dealt with them. You understand? You see, Moses ain't eat that. Moses ain't eat that quail because it would have been in his teeth, and the Most High would have been like, oh, word. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's what lust is. Lust is you looking at something or you desiring something so much, you'll go against the Most High for it. You understand? You'll go against the Most High says you can't sleep with another brother's wife, but you got to have that woman. Like she's the only woman on earth with a big behind. You can't find another one that don't got a man. You understand? That's what you'll do. Or you're disgusting. I'm trying to think of the proper word because I don't want to get flagged, right? But you in the alternative lifestyle, as they say in America. You know, we don't in the UPK we go by the Bible. The Bible calls it an abomination, right? But that's why the scriptures say what? Burned in their lust. Like you thinking it so much You can't control yourself, and you got to go do this thing that you know God says is a sin. You understand? That's your lust. Lust is about controlling your goddamn self. That's what this Bible is about. The Lord is a man of war. You understand? Control yourself. You know what I mean? Whatever you got in your stupid head, the Lord ain't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure every brother, let me not say every brother, any person can think of harming somebody, right? Like, I want to punch him in the face. I want to slap her. I want to, you know, she is getting on my nerve. If I could just, maybe she'd leave me alone. If I could just be just a little physically imposing, right? You may think that, but what do? We have restraint. Same thing at camp. You be at camp, some devil walk up and spit right on you, spit on your garment, spit on your shirt. What do? Do you hop over the sign, say, "Come here, devil," and pummel him in the middle of the street? I don't think so, Sadak. You might need to get with Cap on that one. I don't think that's the proper protocol. No, you stand your ass right there and you just keep doing your job. You stand on Shema. You never leave your posts, right? So this Bible is all about discipline. So that's what happened right here. These brothers and sisters were not disciplined. Their lust got the best of them. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 34. No, Salaki. Verse 35. Mm-hmm. And the people journeyed from Kilbrothhattava unto Hazeroth, and abode at Hazeroth. Okay. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 1 in English. And Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he had married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman.
Right. He loved them heathens.
Yeah, man. Verse 2. And they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Mm-hmm. Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Verse 3. Now the man Moses was very meek above all men which were upon the face of the earth. Mm-hmm. Meaning he was tenderhearted, he was kind, right?
Right. It don't mean he was weak. It doesn't mean he was weak or effeminate or anything. I've heard fake Kemet people try to say that he was meek, like he was soft. That's not what meek means. Right. That's not what meek means. Okay. Meek just means, you know, he was like, you know, he was humble in a way, like, you know, but not like a B word.
He wasn't offensive.
He wasn't the kind of brother. He wasn't loud and boisterous. That's what it means, essentially. He was a cool dude. Now, you know he wasn't weak. Why? What's one way you know that Moses was not weak?
The Most High chose him, and he killed the nigga with his bare hands.
Two great answers. The Most High would never choose a weak brother when he has the spirit of the Lord is war. So he's not going to choose a weak brother to do anything. And then second of all, he slew an Egyptian.
With his bare hands.
Killed him. Does that sound like a soft brother? And then he went on a run. He killed an Egyptian and went on the run. No, this brother was real. He just wasn't, you know, he wasn't like that kind of dude. He wasn't loud and, you know what I'm saying, like that. He was just kind of a cool dude. You know what I'm saying? Read on, brother. But that was the end of verse 3, right?
Khan. I'm
going to pick it up in the Hebrew at verse 4. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 12 and verse 4 in the Hebrew. Waya Amar Yahweh Patha'am al Mashah wa al Aharon wa al Mariam Tazawa Shalashafkum. It's like Shalash. Is it Shalashtakum? Let me see. It might be Shalashtakum. 1 second. Khan. Shalashtakum al Ahol Mawa'id Wayatazawa Shalashtam. Verse 5. You see where I'm stopping? I'm stopping at 10. God. Verse 5. Wayarad Yahweh Ba'imawad Ainun Wa'imad Pathach Ha'ahol Wayakwara'a Aharon Wa Mariam Wayatazawa Shun Yahum. Verse 6. Waya Amar Shemaiwa Na'ah, Debaria, Yahaya, Nabaya, Nabaya Kum, Yahweh, Bamara'ah, Alyua, Athwadai, Bakalwum, Adabar, Bawa, verse 7. La'ah, Khan, Ibadia, Mashah, Bakal, Bayathia, Naaman, Hawa'ah, verse 8. Pa, Al-Pa, Adabar, Bawa, Omara'ah, Wala'ah, Bakayadath, Watamanath, Yahweh, Yabayat, Wamadawai, La'ah, Yarathum, Ladabar, Ba'ibadya, Ba'mashah. Verse 9. Wayachar, Ap, Yahweh, Bam, Wayalak. See if there's Wayalak. Yeah, come on, Wayalak. Verse 10. Waha Ainun, Sar, Ma'al, Ha'ahol, Wahana, Mariam, Matazara'ith, Kashalag, Wayapun, Aharun, Al, Mariam, Wahana, Matazara'ith. That's the end of verse 10 in the Hebrew. So you can read something verse 4.
Okay, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 4 in English. And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and unto Aaron, and unto Miriam. Come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle. Boy, that don't sound good at all. Come out, ye three, unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. Verse 5. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud and stood in the door of the tabernacle and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth. Verse 6. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. Verse 7. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. Verse 8. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed. That's verse 9. Verse 10. And the cloud departed from off the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow.
Ooh-wee.
And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous.
Ooh-wee. Goodness. So the Lord came down, and he checked the hell out of Miriam and Aaron is what happened. He said, if I choose a prophet, I'll come to him in a dream. But Moses, I talk to him face to face. Now, does Moses actually see the Lord? No, he doesn't. Like, the Lord is not no man sees the Lord, but he's the similitude, or he'll appear to Moses not in a dream, not in a vision, but in a what? In a damn cloud or a burning bush, and talk to him. You understand? Like when Moses went up on the mount and he was face to face with the Lord, not like you see in his face, but the similitude, like the Lord is appearing to him in a like a not a silhouette, but like with other prophets, it's a vision. With Moses, it's there is a thing right there in front of me, right, talking to me. Like the burning bush, right? The Lord is not a burning bush, right? But he appeared to him as a burning bush. And he went to that bush, and that bush started talking. And it talked to Moses, and Moses said, Khan. The voice came from it. That's the difference. So the Lord is saying, yeah, well, other prophets, basically he's saying, Moses is my top gun. Don't you ever disrespect him in your life. Don't you ever do that. You understand? And to prove it and make it even worse, he bounced, and what happened next?
Miriam turned white.
She turned to a white woman.
And if I may,
please,
I just want to make this point. Every time you've seen somebody turn white, it's due to some kind of wickedness that they've done. Right. That's just something I just want to throw out.
Now, I want to know how the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons are going to explain this one, because the Mormons used to say that being black was a curse. Yes, you can go find Mormon literature right now, Mormon cartoons from the 90s, where a character turns into a black man as a curse. They used to teach that. So like, yeah, brother.
If I may, they had petitioned to open a church in Harlem. I think it's on 128th Street in Lenox. And they got the church, but before they were able to get it, they had to answer those questions. You understand? Those questions were asked. I remember this. And they came up with a resolution,
right?
To change that so that they could have a church. They got a church right there in Harlem on Lenox Avenue, I think 128th Street.
Yeah. Mormons for a long time, still now, but they try to hide it, taught that black people were cursed, that we used to be white and that we were cursed, and that's why we're black now. Okay. Meanwhile, you don't find that nowhere in the Bible. Nowhere. In fact, right now we're reading about a sister being cursed with what? Leprosy, meaning she turned white. If she turned white, what the hell was she before? I've seen some pale white people in my life now. You know what I'm saying? We know really they red. But imagine, would that be so bad? Like, imagine if you are a devil and you get vitiligo, or you turn white. It sucks, but it don't suck like you a black man or a black woman, and then you white now. That's really the Lord showing some power. You understand? So any more on that?
No, I guess that's
that's the end of verse 10. We got one more set of 7. I'm reading Hebrew. And then we're gonna begin to clear up the Sabbath service. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 12, and verse 11. Waya Amar Aharon, Al Mashah, Baya Adunya, Al Na'a, Dashath, Alya Nawa, Kata'ath, Ashar, Nawa all Nawa, Wa Ashar, Kata'a Nawa. Verse 12. Al Na'a, Thahaya, Hamath, Ashar, Bataza'athwa, Marakum, Amawa, Laya Akal, Katazaya, Basharwa. Verse 13. Waya Taza'aikwa, Masha al Yahawa, La Amar al Na'a, Rapa'a Na'a Laha. Verse 14. Waya Amar Yahweh al Mashah. Wa Abaya. Yarak. Ba Punya. Hala'a. Thakalum. Shaba'ith. Yamayum. Dasagar. Shaba'ith. Yamayum. Makawatiza. Lamakana. Wa'akar, Ta'asap, verse 15. Watasagar, Mariam, Makawatiza, Lamakana, Shaba'ith, Yamayam, Waha'aim, La'a, Nasai, Aid, Ha'asap, Mariam, verse 16. Wa'akar, Nasaiwa, Ha'aim, Makatazarwath, Wayaknawa, Bamadabar, Pa'arun. We go to the next chapter. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 13 and verse 1. Wayadabar, Yahweh, al-Mashah, la Amar.
What was it again?
Numbers 11, sorry, numbers 12 and 11.
Numbers 12 and 11. This is the book of Numbers. Salakia. The book of Numbers, chapter 12, verse 11 in English. And Aaron said unto Moses, Alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Verse 12, and let not be as one dead. Now you hear that? Like them people that leprous is like almost like being dead. Message. So, of whom the flesh is half consumed when he cometh out of his mother's womb. Sound like Esau.
Right. It sounds like, if I may, real quick, it sounds like what is wait, no, you two are right. Wasted away, consumed. Half the flesh is consumed away. That color is taken away. Right. My little sister was born. She was damn near white. She's a dark-skinned girl. She's the dark-skinned girl. But when she was born out the womb, she was like white. You understand? Babies come out like that all the time. They get their color, it takes a little while.
Yeah, for that oxygen to
activate it. To activate that melanin in them. We're not getting spooky here. Yeah.
I had a son, bro, my fourth son. When he was born, his hair was straight, and he was mad. I was like,
exactly. Right. It's very common for a brother and a sister. It's their child, right? But that baby, it came out the oven, but it's a little undercooked. It take a little minute, what I'm saying, for that, like you said, the oxygen to get to it and for that color to come to them.
When we look closer to him, he had like dark brown at his fingertips.
Exactly.
And
right.
He got dark. And now if you see him, you think he's my twin.
Right. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my little sister, she the same complexion as me, maybe a shade lighter, right? But when she came out, man, she looked like a little white man. You understand? The flesh is consumed. Okay, but that's what happened to Miriam. And Aaron is looking at his sister. Aaron is looking at his sister like, Lord, please fix this. Please don't let her be like this. Right? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 13. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, Heal her now.
Do what?
Heal her now.
They looked at their little black sister turn into this white woman and said, God, fix it. Lord, no, please. Read on.
Heal her now, O God, I beseech
I
thee.
beg you, Lord, please put the color back on this sister. Go ahead.
Verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, if her father had but spit in her face, should she not be ashamed 7 days? Let her be shut out from the camp 7 days, and after that, let her be received again. In other words, she had to be white for a whole week. You know what I'm saying?
And she had to leave.
She had to go out of the camp, man.
Kim, I ain't gonna take.
We ain't make none of this up.
Right.
This was written before our great grandmother was brought up. You understand?
Read on, brother.
Verse 15. And Miriam was shut out from the camp 7 days, and the people journeyed not till Miriam was brought in again. Verse 16. And afterwards the people removed from Hazeroth and pitched in the wilderness of Paran.
One more verse.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 1 in English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, send thou men that they may.
Verse 1. Verse 1 is the last one.
Oh, Salakia.
Which one? Khan. So that was the end of verse 1? Khan, Most High in Christ. All right, so next week we're gonna pick it up in the book of Numbers, chapter 13 and verse 2. All right, we just did the 7 sets of 7. Next week we're gonna do the exact same thing, starting from Numbers chapter 13 and verse 2. All right, and so with that, we're gonna begin to start the clip of the Sabbath service. All right, so just up here, Imadium. Hold on, brother. No, not yet. Get the horn first. Men of Israel, gird thyselves and prepare to salute the Torah. Most High in Christ. With that being said, I Madium, Wapanya Kwadum, which means turn and face the east. And close up with these prayers. We're going to start out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Haya. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Kaba'ah. Ratazayaka. Haya. Aisha. Baharatazar. Kawa. Haya. Bashemayim. Nathanawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawum. Wasalaknawa. Kabawathnawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawathwanawa. Wala'ah. Tabaya Ayanawa, Banasaya one, Abo, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Warathaparith, Iwalumium, Aman.
In the English, our Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive us our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us. From evil.
For
thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
The prayer for the power, the hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Hawashah, Baba Kashah, Nathanawa, Hakak, La Para'ah, Kal Makala, Kal Madawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Har Matazarium, Hakak, La Haquium, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawath, Hatama'ala, Lagarashun, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Tawada Aman.
In the English, Yahweh.
In
the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the leper. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shai. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazabaya. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapium. Ha Saranyum. Ha
Quatazayanyum.
Ha Kayoyum. Wa Ha Agwatium. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The water Aman.
In the English, bless you Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
The 121st Psalm in the Hebrew. Aisha'ah,
Ayanya,
Ayanya, Al-Haharium,
Ahaharium,
Mahayan,
Mahayan,
Yaba'ah, Izaria,
Azaria,
Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayim, Wa'aratizah, Al-Yathun, Lamawat, Regolka, Al-Yanawum, Shamarka, La'ah, Yanawum, Wala'ah, Yayashun, Shawamor, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazolka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayallah, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'atka, Wabawa'atka, Mayatha, Wa'id
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes.
I will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills. From whence cometh my help?
From which cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot.
He will not suffer thy foot
to be moved.
He
that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
He
that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming
from
in.
This time forth.
From this time forward.
Even forevermore.
Even forevermore. The 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Damayalaka. Al-Fakarash. Wa Al-Fashakwat. Al Kayahana. Awabiyawaka. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al-Imaka. Ya'ira Yamwa. Sawada. Wayafa. Tazawa. Al-Tazapawanyaka. Marwa. Lakawa. Wanakakidam. Magoya. Wala'ah. Yazakar. Sham Yasha'Allah. Iwada. Kaya. Now Itazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Alyaka. Bariyath. Yakarathwa. Aholya. Alawam. Wa Yashamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba. Wa Hagarium. Gabal. Wa Imawan. Wa Imalak. Palashath. I'm Yashabia. Tazawar. Gamashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanya Lawat. Salah. Aisha Laham. Kamadian. Kasaya. Sara'ah. Kayabian. Banakol. Kayash one. Nashamadwa. Ba'ayan. Da'ara. Hayawa. Daman. Adama. Shayatamwa. Nada. Yamawa. Ka'irab. Wakazabak. Wakatazol. Mana'ai. Kalnasaya Kamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nayarasha. Lanawa. Ath. Na'awaf. Alahaya. Sayatumwa. Kagogala. Kakwash. Lapanya Rawaka. Ka'ash. Tabia Ira. Wakalaba. Dalahat. Harayam. Khan. Daradapma. Basa Irika. Wabasawa Pathka. Fabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyahum. Kuala Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Wayabaholwa. Aija. Wayakaparwa. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kaya Atha,
Kaya Atha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al Yawan,
Al Yawan,
Al Kaharatazah.
Al Kaharatazah. In the English, keep not thou silence.
Keep not thou silence.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
hold not thy peace,
and hold not thy
and
peace,
be not still.
and be not still.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
for lo,
thine enemies,
make a tumult,
make a tumult,
and they that hate thee,
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people, and consulted
and
against
consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden
They
ones.
have said,
They have said,
Come,
let
us cut them off.
Let us cut them off
From being a nation.
That
the name of Israel. Maybe no more in remembrance.
Maybe no more in remembrance.
They have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
They
are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
the
thee.
Tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of
Moab.
And Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
Gebal.
And Ammon. And Amalek. The Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur. Also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. At the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles. Like Oreb. Like Zeeb. Yea. All their princes. As Zabah. And as Almunah. Who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh. In possession. O my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame. Set the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. And make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Art the most high. Over all the earth. Men of Israel, men of Israel, turn to face the teacher. Men of Israel, we give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amadu Shabbat, Amadu, Barak, Yahweh, Hashem, Hawashai, Barak, Yadi Matah,